Hello, I'm just enjoying here a bowl of stroganoff. Now, growing up in my house, my mother, it was like a staple to have beef stroganoff. We had that quite often, and it was one of the first things I cooked was beef stroganoff. But you know me, if you've been watching Kuba's Kitchen for a while, you know I love pork. So I changed to pork quite a long time ago, and then I made more changes. Now, one of those things I used to create this always with sour cream, but now I use cream cheese, and boy, does that kick the flavor up. Now, this is not exactly the same recipe as you see for other stroganoffs. This is the Riley style, so give it a try because it is really delicious. And here, I'm having it tonight on top of tagliatelle noodles. So let's get those curled up here. And, all right, you're going to love that. That's a mild flavor, which is nice. Like if somebody doesn't like too spicy, this is just nice. Just paprika flavor. The cream cheese, lots of cream cheese in there. Absolutely delicious. So let's go to the kitchen and make sure you stay to the end to find out the secret ingredient. All right, because I'll reveal that at the end. We'll add in the secret ingredient that makes this just perfect. So let's go in the kitchen and do that right now. So here are the ingredients for our stroganoff. First of all, I've got the pork. This is 1 pound or 450 grams of pork. You could use beef, like I said before, but I just prefer the pork. This is a nice pork thigh. Cut up into pieces about 1/4 inch thick, just rough pieces. And if you want to see exactly how to do that, there is a kitchen tech video on the Patreon feed. You can go and have a check there, see exactly how I make this for this and geschnetzels and other recipes that we do. So, 1 pound, 450 grams of pork. Over here, I've got mushrooms. I use about 13 to 15 mushrooms. I have 14 mushrooms in here right now, and they're cut about 1/4 inch or 5 millimeters thick. Then I've got 1 onion chopped. Over here, I've got 4 ounces or 110 grams of cream cheese. I've got 2 tablespoons of paprika. I've got 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I've got 2 tablespoons of butter, and then I've got 1 15-ounce can of chicken stock. First thing we can do is get the butter into the pot here, and we'll get that heated up on medium heat. We'll start melting that butter. Right, the butter is melted, so in goes the onions, or onion, the pork, the paprika, and the salt. And then I'm going to mix that around a bit. And I'm going to cook this, stirring occasionally, for about 5 to 8 minutes. I want to just lightly brown the meat, lightly brown the onions. I don't really brown them heavily. Basically, I want to get the onions soft, cook the meat a bit, get a slight amount of browning happening on there. So I'll see you back here in about 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes. All right, see you then. That's been cooking for about 8 minutes. And onions look like they're soft. It's not fully browned or anything, but just a little bit, a little touch in some places, and that's just perfect. That's all we need. We really don't need to brown that meat. So let's get going with the rest, which is throwing in the mushrooms. All right, get all those in there. And just quickly give it a stir in first. That's looking good. In goes the chicken stock. And now, what I'm going to do is bring this up to a simmer, then cover it, put the lid on it here, let that simmer away for 20 minutes. I just want to get that all the juices sucked into everything. I want it just reduced a little bit, everything well cooked, and then we're going to add in the cream cheese to make it all creamy. So I'll see you in 20 minutes. Right, that's been cooking for 20 minutes. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stir in the cream cheese. All right, look at that. It's looking pretty good. Let's get that cream cheese in there. Now, I'm going to break the cream cheese up in here, small pieces. Then I'm going to let this cook for about another 8 to 10 minutes. Till the cream cheese is all dissolved in there and it's starting to thicken up a bit more, and then we're going to put it today. I'm making some tagliatelle noodles, broad noodles, but it's great on anything. It's good on rice too. I've had it on rice before. I've had it on mashed potatoes before. So basically anything, use a base to put your stroganoff on top. Fantastic. All right, we'll see you when this is cooked in about 8 to 10 minutes. All right, that's been simmering away now for about another 8-10 minutes. I think we're about 9 minutes right now. And as you can see, it's just nice and smooth and creamy in there. Now, I brought out the secret ingredient. Yes, this is how I get this to thicken up a little bit more. So what I've got here is 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. And I got a little bit of water, just a little bit more, probably about 2 tablespoons of water. What I want to do is I want to gently dissolve this cornstarch. I don't want to add it straight in, otherwise it's just going to be lumpy. So we just kind of dissolve the cornstarch in a bit of water. There we go. I see that's all coming together. Add a bit more. Perfect. So we've only used about a tablespoon of the water. And now that's going into here. And then stirring it around. And then instantly it starts to thicken up a little bit. Now I'll tell you a secret. When I make cheese fondue, my secret ingredient is cornstarch. That's what gets the cheese fondue to keep from separating. One day I'll share that recipe. All right, that's thickening up. Give that a couple of minutes of cooking here. Gets nice and thickened. In the meantime, I've prepared up some tagliatelle noodles and buttered it a little bit. I love putting a bunch of butter, a little bit. You know me, I put a lot of butter in there. So that's buttered. What I'm going to do is now, got a small dish out here. Let's serve some up. Get some of the stuff out of the way. All right, grab this. Put down a bed of noodles. Ooh, this is going to be nice. Get out of here. Come here. All right, just a little bit more. Yeah, maybe a little too much. Just like that. There we go. Now, you can look in here, you can see this is now bubbling, thickening up. So, you grab a ladle. Let's take some of that. Scoop down in there, get a bunch of pork and mushrooms in there. Just put a ladleful right over top. Oh, look at that. That is looking absolutely delicious. Now what I like to do at this point, let's turn that off, is I get a little bit of paprika and just give it a little dash, because we already got paprika in there. It just looks nice to have that little bit of color on here. Look at that. Just a little dash of paprika on top. Serve it up like that. Voila! We have cream cheese, pork, and mushroom stroganoff. Enjoy that. Now, if you go to the link appearing on the screen and also clickable in this video's description, you can download and print out this recipe for cream cheese, pork, and mushroom stroganoff from the recipes booklet on Kuma's Kitchen's Patreon page. Just click the featured tag called Recipes. Now, go print out the recipe and enjoy cream cheese, pork, and mushroom stroganoff, and make cooking fun again with Kuma's Kitchen.